this is Ryan Surratt with the Texas Loan Company. And here recently, I had a friend ask me, does it still make sense to refinance? And the quick answer is, oh yes, yes it does. But here's a good question. What is a refinance? If you happen to Google a refinance, here's a great definition for it. You would find that a refinance is the process of revising and replacing the terms of an existing credit agreement, usually as it relates to a loan or a mortgage. So let me break that down. So a refinance, whether it's a student loan, a car loan, or a home loan, a mortgage, a refinance is paying off a current loan with another new loan. And the idea behind it would be to get into better terms, either a lower interest rate, which is mainly the reason people do it, or a shorter payback period. So my friend, he asked me, does it make sense? It does right now. And let me give you an illustration that has come in. Actually, it's a general illustration, but a lot of people are in this same type of scenario. So let's say we have an individual who the house is worth $250,000 and their interest rate is 5%. This is common actually. People are still in 5% interest rate loans, but their mortgage is $200,000. So the house is worth $250,000. Their interest rate is 5%, and the loan that they owe is $200,000. Now, because of good credit, the interest rate can go from a 5% to roughly a 3% interest rate on a 30-year loan. Now, would this make sense for somebody? Well, let's look at the numbers. So going from a 5% to a 3% on a $200,000 outstanding balance on a loan would save somebody $300 per month. And because most people have mortgage insurance, in this scenario, the mortgage insurance would go away because we would be below 80% of the value of the house when we go from at a $200,000 loan amount. So that mortgage insurance, which is roughly around $100 typically on average, would go away as well. So we'd save $300 by dropping the rate. We'd save $100 by losing the mortgage insurance. So it'd be a combined monthly savings of $400 per month on a refinance. That would be $4,800 for the year, or if you're in the house for 10 years, it'd be $48,000. And if you were very rare and happened to stay in your house for 30 years, that would be $144,000. That's a sizable amount. Now, here's the big question. Ryan, how much does this cost? Because this sounds too good to be true. Do you have to put a down payment? There's no down payment, and actually, we can do this with no money out of pocket. And so you can actually roll in your closing cost into the loan, the new loan, so that way you can reap the benefits of the savings without having to pull it out of a checking account or savings account. Typically, the cost to do a refinance, if you're including taxes and insurance in your escrow account, will be roughly around $5,000 to $6,000. It does vary depending on the scenario, and it does vary depending on the time of the year. That's kind of a topic for another video. But let's say it's $6,000, including taxes, including escrows. That would then have a payback period of about 1.5 years. So let me break that down differently. It would take an individual saving $400 a month, roughly 1.5 years of savings to break even from the additional $6,000 closing cost to refinance. But here's where it gets even better. Most of my clients, when they do a refinance, we end up skipping 2 months of payments. So let's say it's $6,000 to do the refinance, but then you skip 2 months payments. Let's say your payment is $1,300 a month. So that's $2,600 that you're saving there right off the bat for the next 2 months. And then you get your escrow money from your current lender, which helps to also offset that investment of $6,000 for the closing costs. So it can take up to 1.5 years, but most people are actually reaping the benefits faster than 1.5 years on a refinance because of the missed payments and the escrows coming back to recoup. Here's what's really interesting. $400 per month is kind of the average that most of our clients are saving. I've had some clients get as low as $100 a month on refinancing, and I've had some clients get to $1,700 a month on refinancing. That's a big deal. So if you're looking to find out more information about refinancing, feel free to go to my website, subscribe to this YouTube channel, or just feel free to reach out to us at your convenience.